So this is, I guess we'll call this the Minecraft Live Geek Out session, because that's basically what we're going to be doing, going over things. If you guys would like to like, subscribe, share, yada yada yada, our channels are here to help you guys understand Minecraft and understand the world around you. Without further ado, we're going to be building while nerding out. So, Moon, how about you start us on our first topic?
The first thing we're going to talk about is the Slush Caves, because that's one of the things that they showed us. I guess, like, a good thing to talk about is plants. What do people think of plants?
I love the lily patty type of plant for parkour. And then
yes.
Just,
I think it's a cool mechanic.
Yeah.
It's so alive. It definitely makes the page look more alive.
Well, plus they added the glowberries, which is, I think, the first vine to emit a light source. It's a growing vine.
It's also, I think, the first vine where you can harvest something from it too, isn't it?
I don't know if they confirmed harvesting the berries off yet.
They said we could eat the glowberries. They legitimately said we can eat the glowberries.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, so we get glowberries.
Am I underwater?
So we get to eat them, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
Also, I really like the big flower that's just hanging off the roof, and the fact that it does particle effects. And you can move the particle effects to where you want it. So, you know, we could do that with, like, water dripping and lava dripping, but now we have another type we can do it.
Well, and it's the, like, ambient particle effects, kind of like in the Nether.
Yes, which those effects are amazing, so.
Yeah. Any negatives about the cave that you can think of?
Honestly, I have no negatives for that. I've got nothing. They were so pretty.
Although
I think the one negative we had was the tree that was growing up top. For one, it just looked like an oak tree with different branches. What are you doing?
I'm trying to
It just looks like an oak. Okay, yeah, it just looked like an oak tree with extra, like, flowery leaves. I like the idea of flowery leaves. Those were really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I love the flower leaves. I saw them.
But the tree itself, like, the design of it looked lopsided to me, and it's just another oak tree, which is always disappointing.
I think they should get one of those whimsical trees you see in fairy tales. Try to get that.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like it could be more whimsical. The tree itself was disappointing. The leaves were cool, but yeah. So I am excited about having flowery leaves.
Although I think I think we did miss one huge feature in that area. The new little friend we might have.
Those things are so cute.
Yes.
Don't forget the big non-friend we could have too.
Well, that guy's further down.
That's not there.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, but
I think you might replace my panda fan.
Yeah.
I like how they're tameable.
Oh yeah.
Like, in a way, you put them in a bucket and they're your friend forever.
Yeah.
Like I always like bringing friends for certain things. Like my favorite pets are always the parrots, because you can bring them everywhere. But I can't bring a parrot to me on my ocean adventures. But I can bring these guys, and that makes me excited. And I can have I can.
Don't forget they're also smarter than dogs.
Yes, they are.
They are smarter than dogs. Why can't we have that mechanic in dogs? Why when dogs get hurt, they
Maybe they'll try to update that. I really hope they do.
Yeah, dogs need help, guys. Beg Mojang, tell Mojang the dogs need
help.
No, the cat's got a cool update. The cats are pretty cool now. Like, they have fun features, like they lay on your bed and stuff.
Ocelots have been separated. I feel sorry for Ocelots. They lost their purpose.
Yeah, the Ocelots.
Yeah.
But we're getting distracted.
Yes, we are getting distracted, like we always do. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the new cave generation. I really liked it, and the fact that they also had like 8, 9 different variations. They were actually saying that basically I call this I'm a programmer, and I call it a variation list. So you have like 2 different types of things. Like they have the variable water height, local water level, I believe they said, and then the cave type, which creates these massive specialized generations that they can give different labels, but there's almost an infinite way to combine things. But what are you guys' thoughts?
My thought is the adventure part is going to be so much bigger.
I love the idea of you have to now bring a boat when you're caving.
That's going to be interesting.
That's so fun. As someone who, some of my favorite adventures, I have actually been to an underwater lake, like, cave thing. Blue has too. He was with me when we died.
Yes.
And that cave is by far, like, one of the coolest experiences I've had. Like, the stillness, the just the awe of it and the creatures in it and how they're all blind and things like that and are fun. And so I'm really excited to get to have that experience in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that experience in Minecraft?
And then there's other blind thing. And speaking of blind creatures in caves.
Well, we haven't talked about the stalagmites and stalagmites.
Oh, yes, those. The stabby things that you can drop on people. I'm not building redstone traps.
Squared.
Yes, the fact that I am kind of put off by the shape of them. They do look kind of
Yeah, that is something that Mojang, please work on.
Yeah, I know, like, they're like, oh, we think we succeeded, but I took one look at them, like, that doesn't feel Minecrafty.
Yeah.
So
Maybe...
I like the idea of them. I like that you can stab each other and you're friends with them. But, like, they could use the texture could use a bit of... they have time to work on that, and hopefully they will.
Yeah, I think it needs to be ever so slightly... I think it doesn't need much. I think it just needs to be slightly blockier.
Yeah,
ever so slightly.
Right now, they look too realistic, and this is Minecraft. Our obsidian's purple. Like...
Yeah.
We don't need that.
And I keep on teleporting through the nether.
And just don't have it there.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Now, can we talk about the blind dude?
Yes,
now we
the
can
warden.
Talk about the blind dude.
Okay, I will let you guys talk about that so that I can nerd out on my thing.
Okay. The blind dude is so new. It is so different to all mobs.
I love him. Okay, how about we talk... I'm going to talk about the design first.
Yeah.
He is, like, one of the most beautiful mobs, just in general. He's gorgeous. He's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I'm geeking over him. Because I just like the design, like, his heart is glowing, and he's kind of... They say he's goofy, but I don't see any goofy. I just see beauty. And, like, he makes me happy. Because artistic-wise, he's so cool.
Well, plus they're using, like, a new animation rig setup compared to all the other mobs. Like, he was actually moving his shoulders and using his arms, like, fully.
Yeah, which I hope that they bring to other mobs, because imagine an iron golem walking like that.
I have bad memories now. Thank you.
Yeah, but an iron golem should do that. Like, an iron golem should move in similar ways, or even, like, dogs and pigs. We talk about dogs needing help. Like, animation-wise is where... they need the help. Like, so many mobs of the older ones.
Yeah.
You know, just...
Mojang, if you are...
animation would fix it.
Just how he attacks people, his AI.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I love the idea that you can sneak past him and he'll never see you.
Yes. I think...
Yeah.
But if you...
Or you can use snowballs to distract him somewhere else.
Yeah, that's also cool. Snowballs are useful, guys.
With snowballs.
Yeah, I think, like, Mojang, if you guys do happen to watch this video, one thing that I would hope you guys would take away from this video, update animation rigs. I think that could be an epic micro update, kind of like the B update was.
I'm thinking more like the texture update, where it was small, but it changed everything and made it so much better, because I love the textures. Imagine, you did beautiful. They're wonderful. They're so cool.
Oh, yes.
The new textures are the best. I can't play in old versions anymore. I throw up a little in my mouth when I go back, because I'm like, no, we've moved too far for this.
Yeah. But I guess I'll nerd about my thing now. So, for those of you who watch my channel, you guys know I'm a redstone engineer, and everybody now knows what we're about to talk about. The Shulk Sensor. I can see 1,000 different uses for it as a redstone component, as well as its sound. Surprisingly, it sounds somewhat nice for a redstone component. Like,
which is good, because that was my first thought, was like, oh, I'll never use honey with the sound of it. Yeah. But I heard the sound of that, and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty.
Yes.
I like the sound.
You don't want to gag us. Well, it's not that you want to gag, it's that you don't have to mute your headset whenever you accidentally make a clock with that thing. Which you can make a clock. Yeah. I already have a design for a clock based off of what we saw that would only take 2 of those to build. Period. Nothing else.
Yes.
And I really think that that's going to be fun. It's going to add a whole new level to redstone and just how we can approach it, because right now, like, there's only a couple of approaches. This is the new observer. This is the new observer for Minecraft. It is going to change the game to a degree I don't think we'll ever get again.
And I think that's just I think it's fun. I, who am not a redstone person,
I do feel sorry for the tripwires because I feel like this can obsolete them.
The thing though is
no,
that
the tripwires are the cheap and easy way to do it.
Yeah, that's
like,
the thing.
If you don't have the money, if you don't have the time to go mining, you do a tripwire. It's quick, it's easy, it still has a use. It's just now the tripwire is early game.
Yeah, and the thing
that's fine.
This good. Also is, from what I've seen, is non-renewable, so the tripwire is still going to be needed.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you go about that? So.
Yeah.
Also,
we should also talk about the blocks that are in that deep area.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's like a soil or what it is. They almost said something like water, like it's a liquid. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I'm very confused. It's so pretty. They're so pretty.
Oh, yes.
So pretty. I want to use them in building because it's my aesthetic, which is like a dark elegance.
Yeah.
Which is I like working with stuff, but it's why I like the Nether update, because there's like a dark elegance to like the black stone and the blues and the, I don't like this wood color, but that's just me, you know. And so the idea of getting more blocks in that dark essence style excites me. Though I do feel like after this, Mojang needs to make a lighter, happier update with like brighter blocks. Yeah. We're gonna need one of those soon to counter these darker updates we're getting. Just saying.
Yeah.
You did have a lot of lighter, happier ones in the past.
Yeah, I know, but we might need another one soon just because we've gotten two of the darker ones.
Yeah,
but
which
I'm still really excited. Yeah.
But honestly, with this update's still a good candidate for lighthearted blocks as well. Kind of like the crystals that just came out.
Yeah, let's talk about the crystals.
Let's talk about those.
Okay, well, the crystals was the only part where I came out of that section going, no, just no. I like the normal crystal block itself. I like that. Those look good. Like, they look like, I've seen Minecraft crystals. That's what I expected to look like. I'm hoping they come in different colors, but that has not been confirmed. But the crystal blocks are absolutely hideous.
Yeah. Now, they did call it a geode, and I do have to make this comment, Moon. Geodes are actually kind of ugly. I actually have one in my room, like, you know. Or wait, no, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, they're still like a bit... No, I know what geodes look like. I've had them. I don't have one on me right now. But, like, my brother collects rocks. I know what a geode looks like. And there's still, like, a beauty to them. That it's like... It's still, like, an elegance, even if it's a bit ugly. Like, they're still pretty. These blocks were just ugly to me. Like, there's nothing appealing to me about them. And it could just be the color scheme. It might look better in other colors, and it just looks bad in that purple. Yeah. I could just be getting, like, the Nether flashbacks to purple blocks, because they looked an awful lot like those, and I hate those blocks, so...
Yeah, you do, for some weird reason.
I use them a lot, though, surprisingly, but I dislike them.
Yes.
Honestly, I use a lot of blocks I hate, and I use them anyways. I think it's because I hate them, I force myself to use them.
Yeah. And obviously there's the other new ore, which is the copper ore.
And we need to talk about how together they make the telescope.
Yeah, the telescope. That was kind of a disappointment.
No.
Yeah.
I don't care for it. Like, I think it'll be fun, but I don't think anyone will be like, oh, I gotta get that telescope. Like, no.
The only thing I see it as is for role players.
True, I bet role players are gonna get really excited.
As, like, or maybe if you're a pirate or you're a treasure hunter, adventurer, you would use it.
I think
I don't see
there needs to be a way. I think there needs to be a way to make it like useful for something. That way, it can like trigger an event or something, or it can lead you to something. That would probably make it more fun.
I think it's good, easy. I do agree. I think this is something. Like, I do admit Mojang's really good about their Minecraft updates, making sure every person gets something, and I can see the role players being like, telescope, yes.
Yeah.
We're just not role players, so to us, we're like, eh.
I'm partly a role. I like the story aspect.
I think the telescopes are going to be really fun just to play with. Just
it is fun to be fun to play with, but yeah, something maybe it'll lead you to buried ships.
Or something.
Like, you can put enchantment on it, and enchantments will lead you to specific.
Yeah, and I can see some
would make it better and cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see some use of, like, zooming in on things, but I am annoyed that I think the thing that bugs me about the telescope is that it's the only thing crystals are really used for, like, building-wise.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's bugging me. Is
What
that I'm sitting here like, no, we need more from the crystals than just to make this telescope.
they could use it to make a clock block. So like a
Or,
larger clock that could be used in like redstone machines and stuff.
Or a lot like Scar was mentioning when like the pre-show, colored lights
Yeah.
was something we were all hoping from crystals.
Yeah, and I
The pattern wrong, and I don't know how you do it.
no, I'm doing it intentionally. Okay.
Are you?
Yes. So that the corner stays the same color so that the pattern follows on both walls the same way.
Well, maybe you shouldn't start in the middle. You should start from the edge and work your way around to see if you need to do that.
Okay.
Anyways. But yeah, I want crystals to have just a better use in telescopes.
Yeah.
That's all. And I'd like the block to look nicer, but honestly, Minecraft can have ugly blocks. I think it adds to some of the fun and charm of it, so I'm okay with it being ugly. I just it's not my type of block.
Yeah. I do think the new copper ore though is really interesting because of how it's going to seriously update the whole like
Building.
ore generation.
It's gonna add an interest. It's also gonna add an interesting element for building, like building with copper.
It's still
I want
both versions.
And even the in between is not like the greatest, but it's still it has an elegance about it that's cool.
Yeah, kind of a maybe like a rustic elegance might be a good way to describe that.
Yeah, I'm using elegance a lot in this video. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She overuses words sometimes.
I just hope there's a way to stop the rusting if you don't want it.
Yeah, like a polish. Maybe using the brush for it.
Kind of like how we use concrete powder, and you can keep it as powder as long as you don't do this one thing. Yeah. I almost feel like we need that for copper. Like something needs to trigger the copper event, and you can allow it. And then there's a way that you cannot, whether it be like something you add in the crafting recipe, or something you have to like do to it, something like that. I prefer it not something you have to constantly do to it, because no one wants to upkeep every single block on their giant mansion.
I'm thinking like maybe a polish. So like you have to add a polish to the copper to prevent it from rusting.
Like the crafting recipe, and then you're good.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about it again. This is not reapply. This is real life. That's not what Minecraft's about.
Yes.
Minecraft is not about upkeeping your builds. It's about building something epic and then moving on with life. Also, we need
Yeah. So yeah. But obviously that part of terrain generation and how it's going to add the ore veins, which will make mining real weird. The mountain terrain. The new snow that can be used like a trap, and that's going to be...
Yeah, the stuff we were promised a year ago at the last event.
Yeah.
Nice to see that they didn't forget it. It's still a thing, guys. Don't worry. They just, I guess it's taking them longer to do it, or that they have bigger plans for it than they expected, which I think's cool. I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm always glad to see, like, I was thinking during the event, like, no other game has an event like this where literally the developers sit down with their community and just everybody nerds out. Even the developers are nerding out as you watch them talk about this stuff. It's like you get to see their passion.
They're passionate about it, and it's so cool.
Yeah, like, honestly, at this point, it's on my bucket list for YouTube. Like, I can't quit YouTube until I wind up on Minecraft Live. I mean...
Like, if on those little things where they have all the creators coming together and doing, like...
Even if I'm, like, the small guy, like, saying, yo...
I don't care. If I'm on it and my name pops up with that little thing that they do, like, I've made it in life. I'm happy. I'm content. My Minecraft things have been fulfilled. Yeah, but So going back to the mountain updates, I love the idea of the tree line, like, shrinking.
Yes.
When you go up the mountains. That's super cool. I approve. And we should also talk about the little jokes of a goat.
Oh, yes.
Which I think will be endless amusement. Just so much amusement.
I can say this, like, we're probably going to do a survival series at this point. Or I'm going to do a survival series. It's just going to be a thing. I'm going to step right on a mountain in, like, first 2 seconds on there. Boop! Where am I? How did this happen? I have the most advanced computer, but I need it to survive Minecraft. Because I have to see everything.
The goat, I mean... I'm excited. The goats, they look cute. I approve of their animation. I want cheese. I do want cheese. I want to be able to milk.
Cheese opportunity.
Yeah,
they're a cheesy joke. But
I do like how they push you off mountains. Because fun goat fact about the Grand Canyon. So Grand Canyon, there is only one real recorded animal death, and it is from a mountain goat that a guy was teasing, and the goat butted him off the mountain and killed him. It's the
Goats are
only
jerks.
recorded death, an animal-related death. Like, and they have they didn't die from like they have poisonous snakes out there and stuff like that. Nope, none of those have killed a person, but the goat got one. Which I do find interesting.
Yes, you're the only person who finds these morbid things very interesting too.
It comes from the book collection, Death in Grand Canyon. It's a book that records all the deaths. I also have it for Yosemite and Yellowstone.
I'm calling the FBI. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and as we move along,
away from goats and death.
So
Archaeology Site, go for it, Alex. I know you've wanted to geek out.
So Archaeology Site is good for role players and people who want to know what the history on Minecraft or expectation, the ones who geek out and go through data and all that stuff, can put stories in it. It is literally a story tool. And I am so excited for it because I love stories and I love making stories. And then you can make a pot and then you can break certain blocks halfway like snow layers with these artifacts. It's so cool to me. And the dig site.
Yeah. I like it just
so
from
much.
so I am a history minor. So I saw that and I part of me just geeked out because I feel like a lot of people, especially in today's society with everything that's going on, something that a lot of people are losing focus on is the past. And and it's so cool to see Minecraft acknowledging that and bringing that excitement for discovering more about the past and learning about it into their game. They've been doing it with environmental stuff, with saving animals. That's the reason why they're adding the cute little ocelot thing. I don't know how to pronounce it, guys. I'm sorry. Thing in. They're adding it as a reference to that. It was the same with the pandas and the bees and stuff because they want people to become aware of this. And yeah, I'm excited that they are doing something that will bring in history into Minecraft a bit more. It's just another thing they're throwing in that we can learn in Minecraft.
Oh yeah. And
you
also,
want to talk about your favorite
part? You can make a pot.
The pots.
With your own story in it.
And by the looks of it, there's 8 or 9 at least different things that I saw. I mean, I could be wrong. My numbers might be off, but that would be ingenious. And the uses for the pot as well. I can see it being filled with something. It's not just going to be that outer layer.
Yeah.
Especially with the stalactites, which can be filled like a cauldron. That could be an interesting combo.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for pots. The pots are so pretty, and I think they'll be Minecraft. Definitely one thing I believe it does lack is decorative stuff for inside your bases. And now you have this pot that you've put a custom design and story behind, and it actually took a lot of work to make that you can display in your home. And when your friends come in, you can oh, here's the story behind the pot, and you can engage with your friends in story making, which is another big thing that I love is story making because. Being a creative writer, it's cool. It's my favorite thing combined. Yes,
that's
it's my
the best part about it.
Yeah, it's my two passions combined into a fun game mechanic.
Oh,
so the Archaeology Site is definitely a huge favorite. I guess we definitely need to talk about the glow squids now and how they were the things that won the vote. Sorry, negative. I know you're disappointed.
I know. I am team Isologger. I really hope that those do get added because I can see them being an interesting mechanic. But maybe later on when we have a combat update. So the glow squid won. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is what I voted for. I wanted the glow squid. I'm excited.
I voted for it too.
Yeah, this is the first time something I voted for actually won the vote.
And didn't they confirm a hypnotization effect with them?
Yeah, they suggested it. They also noted it would be in caves. So these squids are going to spawn in the caves, which I think will be so cool for lighting purposes in caves to see glowing squids in the distance.
They had the effect like Creature in Subnautica with the glow and hypnotize, and they live in deep cave areas. It's just yellow. That mystery and adventure and fear, but
I
unity.
also want to like make note of all the people who are complaining that these are just reskins. They kind of are, yeah, but we also have to keep in mind Mojang is letting out so much in this next update. Like it's absurd how much they're doing that I think we can give them this. Like we still get to vote, and the purpose of this isn't for us to like have a new mob. It was to bring a mob in from one of their other games.
Yeah.
That is what they're doing, and it's to bring the games closer together. So there's a bigger purpose to this that we need
Yeah,
to keep
and
in
a
mind.
lot of those games, so like with Minecraft Earth, it's basically a collectible game. So every reskin
Yeah.
for them is like a whole new combat system or whatever. Like some like
You mean
can-
Minecraft Dungeons?
yeah, or even with Minecraft Dungeons, like you add a tiny feature and then you can change a skin and you have something completely different. Just
Yeah.
like they could take the isologger and make it shoot magma boulders and paint it red, and boom, you have a whole new mob. That's a new game mechanic, and it's really interesting. You're not focused on the skin in those games. So with this game, we're very focused on the visuals and the appeal. I'm personally am passionate about game development. Like one of my dreams, I think my dream company, the only company that I will take a lower pay for is Mojang.
Because they're epic.
Yes, they're just that good. I want to work with them. I
Yeah.
see how they let people let their passions loose, and I really want to educate
Yeah,
people.
that is something we should talk about, actually,
Yes.
is also a very big part about their live streams. And personally, my favorite, even like I like it better than the learning the updates itself, is that they talk about all like the projects they're doing and stuff. And while I don't always agree with some of the projects that they're working with and stuff, it's still cool to see them trying and being really part of like one that I really am like it'd be cool to get involved in maybe one day is I'm trying to remember what the
The
thing was
block
called.
by block? Yeah.
Block by block is such a cool idea, and the things they're doing to empower the youth and those who don't get a voice or feel like they get represented,
Yeah.
and to use Minecraft in that way, and to use these spaces that are just being wasted, and they're bringing greenery back into things and entertainment for children, and just so much
Yes.
in one organization is mental, and it's so cool.
Yeah. And so I'm also an engineer, so I'm around civil engineers, and that's something that like they love is to see people get passionate, and this gives kids something where like they're getting to invest. Not only do they feel like they're important, they're big, because this engineering guy just came up to me and said, "Yo, can you build? You see this spot? Could you
Design
build
this
something
park."
nice?" Yeah.
Yeah, come. You're the person who'll be using this, right? Tell
Yeah.
me what you want here. Build
Oh,
it in
yeah.
Minecraft. We'll make it happen for you.
Yeah.
Your input matters. I mean, what person doesn't want that?
Oh yeah.
Like that's so cool.
Well, and like for those who are staying against it, okay, you're like, well, they're not gonna have to pay for it. Well, here's the thing: those projects are gonna take a couple years to build, and those projects are gonna take some time to sustain. Those kids are literally building and shaping their own future when they're a young child, and letting them express themselves in a unique way, so that the smart little engineer people like me can sit down and say, "Oh, you like this? Well, let's make that happen. Let's make your dream come true." And I know that at my university, like, we just love to see when, maybe a disabled child or something gets to ride in a little golf cart for the first time because we designed this weird attachment that attaches to their arm that we also may have designed, because it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's just empowering those who don't normally get empowered and who deserve every chance to be empowered, because all these kids and people are creative in their own way and have their unique things they can add to the world. And just watching Minecraft be so determined. Like, there's other things that weren't even in the video that I know that they've been doing. Like, they're working with people who design computer consoles and stuff for those who have disabilities, so anyone can play Minecraft.
Yes.
No matter what your disability might be.
They're also setting up learning programs to help people learn in a different way.
Yeah.
They have their Minecraft education, which is doing some crazy cool things, teaching people about environments and social issues and stuff like that.
Well, and
It's
one of
really
the cool ones that I saw recently is they're teaching kids about AI, which again,
Yes, I saw that.
yeah,
on
which
their YouTube
that's
channel.
going to be a massive impact on our lives in 10 years. Again, I'm a computer engineer, and I always spread that out because it's just stating my expertise in the area. Artificial intelligence is actually a spot I'm hoping to maybe eventually get a PhD in. And it's going to be necessary if you want to learn to program. Okay, talk to your parents first off if you are younger than 13, and it shouldn't be watching this video if you are, but we'll ignore that. That's YouTube's fault. Is that if that's the case, then talk to your parent, talk to people that you know, whether it be a teacher or something, about installing Python, working on artificial intelligence today. If you're interested in programming, you're like, well, I'd want to make a game. Install Pygame, which is a component to that. Just so.
Okay, how about we get back to
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm sorry, I got my passion bug going.
That's the best part about Minecraft. It does that. I can sit here and geek out about the historical stuff and English things that they're adding into it, and you can geek out about everything else about Minecraft that's actually Minecraft because it's more related to your stuff.
Yeah. So, guys, if you don't mind telling us down below what your favorite features are.
What are they things that you hope that they don't actually do? Crystals, please fix it.
Yes.
Not great, guys.
Things that you're disappointed in, things that you liked, maybe.
I'm definitely mostly excited.
Oh yes.
The crystals. I mean, if the crystals was the only thing, and I think it's something to quickly like adapt and change.
Oh yeah. Well,
they did good.
And it's just texture too. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab my archaeology hat.
Yeah.
Grab my and go dig.
I'm excited to do some videos about like historical stuff while being in an archaeologist site in Minecraft, like to bring that to you guys video-wise.
I guess we're gonna have to do stuff like this for each snapshot and actually play with the features over time.
Yes, we should make this a series, like just us ranting about like, or I guess this wasn't a rant because we were very positive fools. But
if you think we were ranting.
Okay, wait, I do have one disappointment that we have to talk about this. They sat up there. They put the board games on the table, and then he didn't talk about them.
I think that's honestly a feature that they're planning on mentioning. So, as everyone...
I know, but like Dad was talking about like in videos, like he wants to talk about his board games and stuff like that. And they were on the table, and they had just him. And I'm like, yes, let's talk about board games. And they didn't talk about board games.
I think they're waiting on it because it's not ready.
No, I also think it's the joke, but still.
Yeah. Well,
also a joke, but
I don't think it's a joke. So
no, not the board games. But them not talking about the board games.
They can't talk about the board game.
True.
Yeah, I think that was the reference. They didn't
does anybody remember the whole like Bluestone or debacle back from the Villager update, where someone noticed a tiny bit of like a blue version of redstone in a video made by the people who kind of do all the commercials and stuff for Mojang. Yeah, will you get out of my building, man?
No, what he did was he put the dirt there. Oh no, don't hurt him. He just placed dirt.
Is the darn it, is that everyone was theorizing that there was going to be Bluestone, and so Mojang knows that the community literally will sit down and watch commercials frame by frame.
Yeah, they all knew we'd notice the games, the board games.
Oh yeah.
So I hope like videos come out and they'll talk about it because I'm a board game player. My family's a board game player. My little brother's getting into Minecraft, but like our parents aren't really into it. But to be able to like buy them a board game of Minecraft so they could connect better.
Oh yes.
That would be perfect. So that way my brother can play Minecraft with my parents who aren't into this type of stuff.
Yes, I think
it's just another way for Minecraft to reach more people in a cool way. Okay, I think we need to outro. We ranted a lot about stuff. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, this will mostly be an unedited video, I guess, because
this is an
I'm just too excited.
Video, except that one slip up you made, which now everyone's going to wonder what that was. I have to go find it in an hour-long video somehow and snip it out.
Oh, that's where you gotta. That's where like you do a clap or something. I should have done that, so you could have like this clear, like loud spike.
Too late now.
Oh well. But yes, we are so excited. Hopefully this video will be out tomorrow on both of our channels. Like, subscribe. Yeah, mine's gonna be out
tomorrow.
Do the doodads. Comment. Honestly, like my favorite comments format for this would be give me one thing you liked, one thing you didn't. Because that always makes you think. You might have loved the whole thing, but find one thing that you want them to improve. Yeah.
Yeah, so me is the usefulness of crystals is the one thing I dislike. My favorite thing got to be those little aquatic
Yes.
people who are gonna follow you out in the ocean.
Yes, and then the lightning rods, like for instance with
We
me.
didn't even talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the
Lightning
lightning rods, I see them as useful, but I also think that they could be used for a lightning farm, and I think they should add a battery block that basically can store the
Yeah.
lightning charges inside of the coil,
Okay,
so that
we
then
need
you
to
can shoot them.
we need
But
to,
yes,
we need to outro.
yes,
Yeah, we need
yes,
to outro, guys.
yes. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody. Negative Light was
Bye.
here, signing out. Adios, while my head goes into this
Have
wall.
a beautiful and blessed day.
Diabetes.
Talk to you guys
Things
later.
like that, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.